Living a Dream by Brilie Kovaloff. Marital status. For this LifeNet project, I was a single Pringle. I enjoyed being single because I thought that it could help me become a more independent person. Being single has helped my way of life because I've learned how to live independently as well as how to budget my money. But it has also hurt the way that I live because I probably could have saved a lot more money with a husband than I did alone. Education/job. Education, job, and the amount of money earned are all related in some way. They're related because they all rely on each other. For example, in order to find a job, you need to have some type of education, at least. And in order to find out how much money you earn, you need to have a job. And that job will come from your education. I believe that anyone can be successful in any way. As long as they study hard in school, they always try their hardest to get good grades, and they also make some friends. And along with all of that, when you're finished with school, you just need to live life and be confident with everything that you do. Here are the 2 ads that I found in the newspaper that I thought I would apply for, and I ended up picking the marketing manager job. Income/taxes. While working as a marketing manager, my yearly salary is about $70,000. My gross and net income is $5,833.33. I had to figure out how much tax I pay yearly as well as monthly. To find my yearly tax, I took my yearly gross income, which was $70,000, and I multiplied it by the approximate tax figure, which was 0.4. That's when I got $28,000. Then I took $28,000 and I divided it by 12, which represents the 12 months in a year, and I got $2,333.33. That number is how much I pay in taxes every month. I have learned that taxes really do take a lot of money out of your bank account, but I believe that the taxes that we are paying are being put to good use by the government, I hope. And they affect me because I lose money not knowing if it's being used for good or for not so good. Housing. I decided to live in Waikiki because I knew that I would be living very close to my job and I wouldn't have to fight the morning traffic. I also live in Waikiki because in that area it's pretty much close to all the shopping places, the food places, etc. I also picked this Waikiki apartment because I knew that all of the necessities that it offered would be very good for me and that I would put it to very good use. When you are trying to find a place to live, you have to think about a lot of things before you actually buy it or rent it. While you're trying to find a place to live, there are some things that you need to be thinking about. For example, if you wanted to buy or rent the place, you would need to know how much it would cost. Next, you would need to go into the house and check for anything that may be damaged, etc. Because if it is, you'll probably have to be the one paying for it in the end. Then I would go around and check your neighbors. I would see if you have loud neighbors or quiet neighbors because you'd probably be the person that would want quiet neighbors. These were the 2 apartments that I was interested in for renting, but in the end, I ended up renting the apartment to the left. Transportation. I decided to buy a Nissan Versa Note because it was cheap and I needed to save money. While you're trying to think about the type of transportation that fits you the best, you need to be thinking about a few things. For example, how much it costs. Along with how much it costs, you also need to be thinking about if it's new or old. To me, the most important thing that you need to be thinking about is the type of things that the car will come with. Here are 2 ads of the 2 different types of cars that I was thinking about buying, but in the end, I ended up picking the car to the left, which is the Nissan Versa Note. Typical meal for a day. After buying all of my food, I realized that the one thing I spent the most money on was the one night I ate out at Buco di Beppo, and I used a coupon. This is an example for one of the meals that I eat in a day. Buying rice was something that really surprised me because it costs a lot of money. In order to reduce the cost of my final food price, I need to buy less food, and think more about what I will actually be eating or just end up wasting. Miscellaneous expenses. My net income affects what I spend on for my miscellaneous expenses because if I don't have a lot of money in my net income, then I can't buy a lot of miscellaneous things. But if I have kind of a lot of money, then I can. I bought what I needed to because I thought it was the most needed essentials. Netflix cost $7.99. This is what I look like after I go shopping. The TV cost $79.99. Savings. In the end, I only ended up saving $359.45. Overall, I was kind of sad with the amount of money that I saved because I do wish that I saved more. With the money that I saved, I would think about how I could possibly use it in the future or about how I could save the money that I have now as well as accumulate more money so maybe I can go on a trip. Final persuasive takeaway. Overall, I thought that this LifeNet project was really fun. I learned that being an adult may be fun, but overall, it's harder than it seems. Some advice that I would give to myself is that I would make sure that I use my time more wisely so at the end I'm not trying to do everything at once. And my advice that I would give to others is that I would make sure that when we're covering each topic during the LifeNet that you don't fall behind on one topic because once we move on, you'll be very behind and then when it comes to the end, you'll have to try and jam everything in right before it's due. The end.